Yo, what up everyone? Bikini here. Today we're going to be trying out the Season 2 on the Switch 2. And basically what we want to see is how the performance is. We're going to check out the season, see if there's any good things, bad things about playing on the Switch 2. So to start off, we're using the new Ice King. Let me know if you guys mess with my combo here. And feeling the game just from the hub here, it feels so choppy. Let me know if you guys recommend any specific settings in the Switch 2 that improve performance. What I did was lower the HUD to 70% and I turned on visual audio effects so it's easier to hear things and see where the sound is coming from. As you can see, someone's controlling the bus, which is pretty cool. I like when Fortnite decides to do crazy things like this. Jumping out the bus. We're landing at a new POI. So far the landing feels smooth. Yeah, swinging the pickaxe does feel a little choppy. Like the frames feel like they can't keep up. I used to play on Fortnite on the Switch Lite and I had really good memories playing on the Switch Lite back in the day. And when you upgrade consoles, you do expect a better performance. But so far, I'm not impressed. Like if you were to play on Xbox or PlayStation, you definitely have a much better experience. And I would say so far, if you're playing Switch 2 docked, the game does feel choppy. I recommend just playing on a good PC or even console is best. Currently, I don't have a PC. I play on the Nintendo Switch 2 and an Xbox Series S. But unfortunately, I'm not able to connect my Xbox to OBS, even with the Elgato Neo Capture. So I'm gonna be looking to upgrading my capture card. Because I tried to find a solution and apparently it's that the capture card isn't really compatible with Xbox Series S. As you can see here, I'm not even a bad player, it just feels so bad fighting people. Like the game feels too choppy and laggy. Moving on to our second match, I did want to show you guys this fight and how bad it can get. Like, people can just phase in through your builds easily. I guess the frames can't keep up. Look, we get into our first fight and we're getting pooped on. Look at this, he went through the brick. Tell me if I'm tripping or it was the hardware not being able to keep up with the demanding of the game. So I do have a few solutions to hopefully improve your performance. I changed my skin to a simpler skin and a simpler pickaxe with no back bling. I know skins with animations and demanding back blings can lower your frames. So I think our goal is here to keep a smoother FPS. And as you can see, it does feel a bit better. We're moving around and it feels less choppy. So if you do have simple skins, I do recommend using, especially when you're playing on the Switch. So we're starting off our third game here, and we do have a much better experience when we're playing with better FPS. We're on the road to 1K subs, so I do recommend to subscribe. And you could check out my past Fortnite vids. We drop every Fortnite vid every Tuesday. And the ones before were scary creative maps and challenges. So one of the challenge was to win with gray loot only. on Switch, and we were playing like a bot, so I do recommend checking that out, and our crazy ending in that video. And as you can see, landing feels so smooth. There's no choppiness, it feels like I'm playing on my Xbox. Comment down below if you do see the difference between using Catwoman and the Ice King. I feel like the Ice King was a much more demanding skin. Let me know which is your favorite simple skin. I feel like either Catwoman skin is pretty good. One of the OG skins are pretty good if you're trying to have a simple skin. But like I think one of my favorite crazier skins is probably the Ghost Rider skin. The OG one. It's pretty good. I like the Iron Man edit style with the rainbow camo. It's pretty good. I unlocked it back in the OG Marvel season. And that's when I first started playing Fortnite, and that was on the Switch Lite. Like I've played it before, but I've never had it on my own console. And the Switch Lite was my first video game hardware. So that was the only way I could play Fortnite. As you can see, we get on our first fight with Catwoman. It did feel much smoother aiming and ADSing with the simpler skin. I didn't feel any choppiness or frame drops. But yeah, playing Fortnite on the Switch Lite was pretty lit. Like, I remember being cracked actually. And like playing on the Switch 2 doesn't feel the same. But playing on the Xbox Series S is probably my favorite. Because it doesn't feel laggy at all, and like I'm used to the sense and like my controls. And I don't even play claw or on keyboard, I play on controller, and I just play regular with the regular grip. I don't play claw. As you can see, this spot is like a maze, and we did pick up the new gloves. They do feel really good. It's actually good movement. I prefer them over the new shockwaves. The new shockwaves feel less effective than the OG ones, because you can't break through builds, and when you're trying to get away from a fight, they're pretty good. I know Nick830 was crying about how they kept using it to escape easily and they were spamming them too much, so I guess it had to nerf them somehow. I guess that's like the pros and cons of trying to have a balanced game. You gotta keep updating things and make sure you get things right. I think my favorite people to watch that are creators from Fortnite is probably for sure Clix and CypherPK. I watched them for like a long time already growing up. And like I do find the competitiveness entertaining, watching Clix trying to win the FNCS. Like it's always lit watching him. Like especially when he's close to getting a high placement. But it always goes bad, just like how it went bad here. Yeah, and sure, fuck Switch 2, bruh. Subscribe, please.